Ja, dat probeert ze wel. Hij beziet hem nog.
Christy, can I introduce you? Okay. Chấm đây rồi.
Ta chấm lúc này bố đây chấm thì chấm nó ra sẵn đây.
Yeah, we are ready to go. It's going to wait for my guys to come.
Mike, testing. Mike. Okay.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Is the volume okay? Okay, I got it on. Thank you. May I have the personnel who are assisting in the wreath laying out here, please? The staff who are assisting. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to everybody. Can you please take your seats, please? A very good morning to all of you. I am Major Ramachandran Iyer, retired from the Royal Malaysian Artillery, your MC for this morning, for this event. And inshallah, we'll have this good weather lasting until the end of the day. I will be assisted by Sub-Lieutenant Ang Wei Jian from the Royal Malaysian Navy Volunteer Reserve and Acting Sub-Lieutenant Nur Nadra Hanani binti Sarju from the Royal Malaysian Navy Volunteer Reserve. Welcome to the annual Remembrance Day Ceremony 2023. For those who have not seated yet, please take your seats. Now, for the sake of good order, this ceremony is slightly solemn, so please keep your mobile phones on silent or switch it off entirely. Now, for administrative purposes, the VIP toilets are in the building behind me there, and for the rest of the audience, the toilets are right on my right-hand side, right at the end. As we have professional photographers here, it would be appreciated if none of you come into the enclosed area here until the event is over, where you may want to take souvenir photographs later. There will be a group photograph of the VIPs in front of the cenotaph after the wreath laying before we adjourn for breakfast. Breakfast or refreshments will be served behind me there in the tentages. The nearest ones are for the VIPs, and the rest you can walk along the lane and it'll be all there. Hope you enjoy the refreshments we provide.
Okay, please. Committee members.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, while we are waiting for the VIP to arrive, we'll give you a short brief behind the ceremony this morning. Some of the particular events, I will give the cue for people in uniform to salute or not to salute. So please follow my cue in uniform. For the replay, the names will be called.
Wait, start playing.
Please move. Of Penang, Yang Berhormat Tuan Jagdip Singh Dio, representing the Chief Minister of Penang.
This is our actually tea from Nepal. That's from
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you. A warm welcome to you, Yang Berhormat. Thank you for gracing our occasion today. We are honored today to have the Catapult Guards from the 19th Squadron, Royal Australian Air Force, Butterworth. The Catapult Party consists the Commander, Flight Sergeant Juliet Lacey, Sergeant Drew Miller, Corporal Reese Dowling, Corporal Luke Bolton, and Corporal Jacob Nolan. The Catapult Party will mount. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand, and those in uniform will salute for the Nagara coup. Please remain standing. The state anthem untuk negeri kita. You need not salute. Please be seated. Thank you. First order of today is the address of the President delivered by the past President, Major Dato Sivarajan K.M. Ramanathan, retired.
Yang berhormat Tuan Jagdeep Singh Dio, Timbalan Ketua Menteri Pulau Pinang II, mewakili Yang amat berhormat Ketua Menteri Pulau Pinang, Mr. Robert Pepper daripada Duta British Kuala Lumpur, mewakili Yang Mulia Duta British Kuala Lumpur, Brigadier General Saipul Anwar bin Jafar, Panglima Markas 6 Brigade Infantry, mewakili Panglima Division kedua, Superintendent Saravanan Analaki Velu, pemangku Ketua Polis Daerah Timur Laut, mewakili Ketua Polis Pulau Pinang. Yang berhormat Puan Serina Abdul Rashid, Ahli Parlimen Bukit Bendera, Pulau Pinang. Air Vice Marshal Geoffrey Harlan, AM, CSC, DSM, mewakili Markas Integrated Area Defence System, IADS, Butterworth. Pegawai-pegawai Angkatan Tentera, Polis, Presiden-Presiden Persatuan, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian, selamat pagi dan selamat datang ke upacara Hari Peringatan dan Penghormatan Pahlawan-Pahlawan. Lebih dahulu, Presiden minta maaf sebab tak datang hadir pagi ini. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, saya amat menggembira pagi ini sebab bukan saja angkutan tentera, polis dan veteran yang hadir, pegawai-pegawai, duta dan orang awam juga telah hadir. Seperti mana tuan-tuan sedia maklum, dalam 100 tahun yang lepas, mulai 1918, kita telah mengalami beberapa konflik ketenteraan negara. Dalam semua konflik ketenteraan tersebut, veteran-veteran, polis, orang awam kita dan asing telah berkhidmat dengan penuh gagah menentang serangan dan pencerobohan atas negara kita demi perlindungan raja, negara dan kebebasan. Matlamat Hari Peringatan Pahlawan hari ini adalah peringatan dan penghormatan pahlawan-pahlawan yang telah gugur di medan perang tanpa kira kewarganegaraan, bangsa, agama atau kaum. Semua yang gugur adalah fallen heroes atau pahlawan kita. Dengan pembebasan yang diperolehi sebab perkhidmatan keberanian mereka, kita dapat hidup bebas. Kehilangan kebebasan tidak akan dimerasai sehingga kita hilangnya. Saya perlu ingatkan kaum muda, yaitu perlu sedar, dalam sejarah tidak ada kedudukan yang statik. Semuanya adalah dinamik, yaitu sentiasa boleh berubah. Jadi, kita perlu sedia menghadapi pertukaran keadaan. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, terima kasih atas kehadiran anda pagi ini. Kehadiran anda akan memberi semangat kepada anggota yang berkhidmat dan juga veteran. Andainya kita lupa, lest we forget. Sekian, terima kasih. Izinkan saya berucap dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ladies and gentlemen, selamat pagi and selamat datang to our Remembrance Day Ceremony 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, it is extremely gratifying to know that beside members of the armed forces, police and veterans, we have a cross-section of the populace as well as members of the diplomatic corps here this Sunday morning. Your common desire to show gratitude to our fallen heroes is praiseworthy. As you are aware, an unimaginable number of people lost their lives in World Wars I and II. They were from all walks of life, apart from the armed forces and police. During the Malaysian emergency, besides our local forces, we had troops from the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Southern Rhodesia, and of course, Nepali Gurkhas. Unfortunately, 519 of them became fallen heroes. We will remember and honor them as well as fallen heroes of all our military conflicts. We appreciate that personnel of the Army, Navy, and Air Force, that is the armed forces, is exclusive to the fine men and women who attested to serving king and country. They took an oath to defend sovereignty of country anywhere, anytime, at any cost. They will never, ever waver from that pledge. I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. William Shakespeare. We appreciate too that it be exclusive for these service personnel to be veterans when they end their active service. The country respects and looks up to soldiers to defend them in times of conflicts and when needed. We also hope the respect for veterans does not diminish as they are resettled to civilian life. Whether they have grievances or feel not rewarded appropriately, they are forever a force to be reckoned and relied on times of need. We also demand that remembering and honoring fallen heroes be mandatory for every person who enjoys life, liberty, and peace due to their sacrifices. We must remember and honor them, irrespective of where they came from or what they believe, their culture or language is. We must be grateful to our fallen heroes who did not make it home. We must be grateful to them for ensuring our freedom and democratic way of life. Let's also be sympathetic and caring to the families as well and give them due respect. Lest we forget, andainya kita lupa. We have ensured that everyone desirous of participating in today's Remembrance Day ceremony has been given the opportunity to show his gratitude. The attendance and participation today speaks for itself. A soldier fights for what he believes in and what is right. More so, he fights for the ones he loves. He fights to end wars and bring peace. He is obsessed with peace, which he knows can only be obtained by his victory. He is geared to victory, even if it means losing his life. Soldiers are obsessed with avoiding a pain for his country and loved ones. He is extremely proud of his military service and proudly displays medals for various campaigns. They are proud they contributed to victory with medals to prove their participation in military conflicts. Such is the feeling of those who have served. However, today we are gathered here only with one mind, to remember and honor all our fallen heroes, everyone who lost his life in ensuring peace and freedom for us is our hero, our fallen hero. The scattered graves all over our country is testament to that. Lest we forget, andainya kita lupa. We remember them with a poppy or hibiscus as well as observing 2 minutes of silence. We honor them with our dedication and lay a symbolic wreath as a gesture of appreciation. We believe Remembering and honor them is the least we can do. At sunset and sunrise, we will remember them. Finally, without being specific, I would like to thank the state government, military units, associations, individuals, as well as the High Commission who supported this ceremony in one way or another. I also thank our veterans whose efforts culminated in today's ceremony. Let's first of all congratulate ourselves for attending and making this historic Remembrance Day Ceremony 2023 an event to be remembered for life. Andainya kita lupa, lest we forget. Viva la veteran. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Siva, on behalf of the Penang veterans. I would like to invite Mr. Robert Pepper, representing Her Excellency, the British High Commissioner, Kuala Lumpur, to deliver his address. Sir.
Yang Berhormat Tuan Jagdeep Singh Deo, Deputy Chief Minister, Penang, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting me here today to represent the British High Commission. It is an honour to join you for this special annual event and wonderful to see so many veterans and young people attending. It is also a great privilege to be part of what I understand is the first such event at the newly redesigned Penang Cenotaph, an inspiring and appropriate memorial to those who have given their lives in service from Malaysia, the UK and the Commonwealth. I would like to thank in particular just some of those who made this redesigned cenotaph and memorial service possible, including the Penang State Government, Kenneth Sinclair Speldewinder, Vice President and Organising Chairman of the Penang War Veterans Association, and others. All countries remember their losses in war in different ways and at different times. In the UK and much of the Commonwealth, we do so on the Sunday that falls nearest to the 11th of November. And usually we remember at 11 in the morning, because it was at 11 AM on the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918 that the guns on the Western Front fell silent after 4 long years of the terrible war that came to be called the First World War. At the time, the First World War was known as the Great War, the war to end all wars. Tragically, that prophecy did not come to pass. As we know, the First World War was followed by the Second. Both claimed the lives of millions around the globe, including from this region and this country. The cenotaph here in Penang serves as a reminder of this sad fact, commemorating those who paid the ultimate price in defence of the freedoms which we enjoy today. The cenotaph also reminds us of, and pays tribute to, the victims and veterans of other recent conflicts. These include all those men and women, military, police and civilian, who played vital roles in the Malayan emergency, as well as those who lost their lives in the confrontation with Indonesia. Malaysia would not be the country it is today without the sacrifices made by those brave individuals. While these wars and conflicts are past, their legacies live on. My own existence is due in part to the Second World War, which brought together my grandmother and grandfather during the bombing campaign against London known as the Blitz. They were part of a team working together to defend the city, my grandmother as a searchlight operator and my grandfather in a Royal Artillery battery. I'm sure that the veterans and others present today have many such similar stories and memories. Let us also take this opportunity to show our gratitude to all those who still now devote themselves to keeping us safe. Men and women, like the members of the Royal Malaysian Military and the Royal Malaysian Police, represented here today, who are proud to wear a uniform and prepared to put themselves in harm's way to defend their communities and country which they love. May we never take their contribution for granted, and may our leaders have the wisdom to learn the lessons from the past to ensure that never again should the precious lives of those who serve be destroyed by war. lest we forget.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm glad you mentioned a gunner somewhere. It gives me great honor now to invite our guest of honor today, the Deputy Chief Minister too of Penang, Yang Berhormat Tuan Jagdeep Singh Dio, representing the Chief Minister of Penang to deliver his address. Sir.
Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera saya ucapkan kepada MC kita pada pagi ini. Salam Pulau Pinang 2030 dan salam Malaysia Madani. Terima kasih kerana menjemput saya bagi pihak Ketua Menteri Pulau Pinang ke Hari Pahlawan pada pagi ini di sini, di mana saya disanjungi ramai rakan-rakan kita yang telah pun memberi perkhidmatan mereka untuk kita di sini, di Pulau Pinang, di Malaysia, dan apabila saya nyatakan ini di seluruh dunia. Dan oleh yang demikian, hari ini adalah satu hari yang penting. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much to Dato' Sivarajan, the immediate past president of the Veterans Association, that gave his speech just now, and of course to my friend Mr. Robert Pepper from the British High Commission, representing Her Excellency the British High Commissioner. We have many an attendee here. I would like to just name a few. Brigadier General Saipol, terima kasih. My good friend Superintendent Saravanan, I've not seen him for a while. Everyone's very busy, but he's here. Thank you for being here. We have His Excellency Mr. Dili Raj from the Embassy of Nepal. I don't think Shalina is around, but I will represent her if she is not around. She is our Member of Parliament for Bukit Bandera. We have the Air Vice Marshal Jeffrey Harlan, the Commander of the Headquarters Integrated Area Defence Systems at Batuas. I think I met him just now. And of course, my very good friend now missing from the chair, Mr. Kenneth. He's right next to me. Sorry. We have Kenneth Sinclair, the organizing chairman for this morning's event. And so many of all of you here, I really apologize if I'm not able to mention all the names, but I am so humbled to be invited here today where we stand at the Cenotaph here in Penang. Now, Cenotaph in Penang sits right in front of the Penang Town Hall and the City Council, which I used to run as local government minister when I was, before I became Deputy Chief Minister. And we made sure that we wanted to make this place a grand place. And as you heard Robert mention just now, it is part and parcel of our entire agenda for this entire road. You can see, not just here, if you look all the way to the Swettenham Pier, which has been extended now, which can now take 3 cruise liners internationally here in Penang, bigger than Singapore, for your information. We have that walkway and our sea wall completed, and the Cenotaph was one of the last that was completed. You see behind this barrier here, that will become a very green area. For us, green is extremely important because it's part of our Penang Vision 2030 to be a smarter, greener, family-focused state. So green is number one for us. That will happen here as well. And it has already happened. If you're here, I'm supposed to end the speech by saying, please stay here longer. So I'll say it now anyway. It's better saying it earlier rather than later. There are many places in Penang that you can visit. This is one of them. But if you go to Gurney Drive, as it was called before, now it's called the Gurney Bay. It's a complete, massive reclamation site that's going to be a green facility for Penangites and for the entire world actually, when you come down. Bigger than the one even at the Eye in London, for your information. Very sorry, for nothing personal, Robert. And I was telling Robert just now, where is the Cenotaph in London? So it was, I think, if I remember, probably somewhere in the city centre, which is Whitehall, yes, Whitehall. And of course, our Cenotaph, we are celebrating the 22nd celebration. Thank you, Kenneth, for continuing with that. It is extremely important for us to remember all our warriors who fought for us. We will not be here otherwise. But I think from the speech that I heard just now from Dato' Siva, very pertinent. In fact, when you talk about the Cenotaph and why are we here, the reason being so many people have sacrificed. You talk about World War I, World War II, and so many other conflicts that are happening right as I speak right now in the world. We are seeing women, we are seeing children being killed in Israel, in the Gaza Strip. I do not want to take sides, but I take sides with the human race. That is what we do. And it makes me angry when I know it is happening when I am speaking here, talking about Remembrance Day and trying to say that this should not continue, when it is happening. We forgot about Ukraine when Gaza and Palestine happened. Suddenly you forget that war is still ongoing. Children and women are also innocent bystanders being killed. That is the reason why we remember all our warriors here. A round of applause to all of you for everything that you have done. And we need more to continue to see that there is no conflict. Thank you, Dato', for saying the words I remember clearly. When you lose your liberty, in Malay he said, kehilangan kebebasan adalah yang teruk sekali. Loss of your liberty is something that we cannot compromise with. But at the same time, we want to see, as he said, and I translate, that there is peace amongst all of us. If I can see all of us sitting down here from every corner of the world, you came to Penang, you chose Penang. From Penang's heart, we thank you for having done that so. And we hope we are being as hospitable to house you here, if you continue to be here. And we are proud that there are so many members from so many sectors that are still stationed here in Penang. And we will continue to ensure and look after your needs. Today I come back to Remembrance Day. I do not want to take up too much time. thank you to all the officers who are here, upstanding. I think give them a round of applause because they are our frontliners. Without them, we are nowhere. And we always understand that, especially when you're in government. We have so many frontliners in every level. So today, I'm happy my CM, Chief Minister, asked me to represent him. So for the first time, I'm actually making the speech. I've been here a few times before, but I'm so proud and humbled, like I said just now, to be able to give my salutations on this very auspicious Remembrance Day. And I see a lot of members here who look so young. And they are young because they are young at heart. And the reason why they are young is because they did the right thing. And when you do the right thing, you will continue to be young. So one more round of applause for doing the right thing. I do not want to take up too much time. I understand there's some breakfast and of course a lot of other ceremonies that I want to see today. The laying of the wreaths and a few other occasions, very important. Especially today, I think, being the first time after the Cenotaph here in Penang has been completely renovated. We are happy to have you, and we will continue to have you on this day. And coming back to that occasion, very unfortunate in London just a few weeks ago. You know, we know what happened there, and the march that took place, and we had both sides. I look at that all the time. So unfortunate, but fortunate as well that nothing happened to the cenotaph there. And that is important to me because, Robert, I assure you that we will ensure nothing happens to the cenotaph here in Penang, because that is our priority number one. So with those words on Remembrance Day, I wish all of you peace, prosperity, and the most important is thank you on behalf of the Penang State Government for having assisted us all this while, and we hope that assistance will continue in terms of collaboration, in terms of camaraderie, and we are always open to discussion with all groups from everywhere around the world. Thank you very much. Have a good morning.
Thank you very much, sir. Yang berhormat. I'm always reminded when I do the ceremony also, the people who mostly and gravely hate wars are us soldiers, because we are the sufferers of the consequences of war. And we are all alive here today, not because we survived the war, but we want to serve more till the day we die. Hence this remembrance too. Thank you. May I invite Warrant Officer Barry Ekman, the Squadron Warrant Officer from 19th Squadron, Royal Australian Air Force, Royal Malaysia Air Force Base, Butterworth, to read the oath.
They shall not grow old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
Careful, please stand at ease. Thank you. We now have a dedication by our bagpiper. The bagpiper and bugler are from the British Army, Brunei. Thank you. Is Mr. Michael Frank Kidd here, please? Sir, can you please stand? And your family is here, I understand? The spouse, okay. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have to announce this special honor by our veteran who composed the song The Fallen Heroes and sang that song. We will play it in a bit. Thank you, sir. The first song we will have is the song Perwira, which was sung by Datin Sri Saloma. It dedicates the song to warriors.
Bersama kau berbakti, semoga tabah hati. Kekanda di medan perang, adinda di medan seni. Sama-sama berjuang, sama-sama berbakti untuk Ibu Pertiwi. Majulah Kekanda, maju, jangan undur. Dinda mohon doa restu, rela sehidup semati bersamamu, perwiraku.
The next song is The Fallen Heroes, composed and sung by our veteran, Mr. Michael Frank Kidd.
world at war so many times for power and hate and greed. So many young lives given up to meet their country's need. So many young lives torn apart and families left to bleed. So many young lives sacrificed so others could be free. They bravely fought in foreign lands so others could walk free. They gave their young lives for a cause they would not live to see. For God and for their country, they freely gave their souls, then joined a timeless army of names preserved in rolls. Stand up and call to mind our fallen heroes who in war took up their country's cause to fight for me and you. Stand up and call to mind in living memories clear, lest we forget the selfless deeds of our fallen heroes here. Though heroes all laid down their lives so nations would join hands, uneasy peace our nations keep on fields of shifting sands. Wherever war or terror strike, our young are called to fight. Some heroes live, but some must die in search of who is right.
Thank you very much, sir. Would you like to take a bow, sir? That's a beautiful song. Thank you very much. We shall now have the last post. Personnel in uniform shall salute during the last post. Please rise. The last post. We shall now all observe 2 minutes of silence for the fallen heroes. Thank you. Please remain standing for the rouse. The rouse. Thank you. Please be seated. For those who are not in the know, the 2-minute silence is always referred to as the first minute for people who never came back from the war, and the second minute for people who came back but were never the same again. Lest we forget. We shall now continue with the main event for today, which is the wreath-laying ceremony. We lay a symbolic wreath to remember and honor our fallen heroes. Kita akan letak kalung bunga sebagai tanda simbolik peringatan dan penghormatan kepada pahlawan-pahlawan yang telah gugur. The first wreath is laid by our guest of honor yang berhormat Tuan Jagdeep Singh Dio, Timbalan Ketua Menteri Penang, Pulau Pinang II, representing the Chief Minister of Penang on behalf of the government and people of Penang. Silakan Tuan. Thank you, sir. Mr. Robert Pepper, representing Her Excellency the British High Commissioner on behalf of the people of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Brigadier General Saiful Anwar bin Jafar, Panglima 6 Brigade, representing Panglima 2 Division on behalf of personnel of Division Kedua. Superintendent Saravanan Anal Elaki Velu, Pemangku Ketua Polis Daerah Timur Laut, representing the Ketua Polis Negeri Pulau Pinang, on behalf of police and personnel of PDRM Pulau Pinang. His Excellency Mr. Dili Raj Hodel, Ambassador of the Embassy of Nepal, Kuala Lumpur, on behalf of the people of Nepal. Air Vice Marshal Geoffrey Harlan, AM, CSC, DSM on behalf of Headquarters Integrated Area Defense Systems, Butterworth. Commander Julian Conway, on behalf of the Defence Forces of New Zealand from Headquarters Integrated Air Defence System, Mrs. Vanessa Conway. Wing Commander Mike Duffy, on behalf of the Defence Forces of United Kingdom from Headquarters Integrated Area Defence Systems. Lieutenant Colonel Steve Blair, on behalf of the Defence Forces of Australia from Headquarters Integrated Air Defence Systems. Major Theo Sun Hua, on behalf of the Defence Forces of Singapore from Headquarters Integrated Air Defence Systems.
Major Muhammad Hafiz bin Abdul Halim, on behalf of Malaysian Defence Force from Headquarters Integrated Area Defence Systems.
Squadron Leader, Commanding Officer 19th Squadron Royal Australian Air Force Butterworth, on behalf of his officers and men.
Squadron Leader Andrew Bartlett, Officer Commanding 92 Wing Detachment A, Royal Australian Air Force Butterworth, on behalf of his officers and men.
Commander Soili Kun, PSS TLDM, Pegawai Pemerintah, K Distrik Pinang, on behalf of officers and men of Royal Malaysian Navy Volunteer Reserve, K Distrik Pinang.
Warrant Officer James Wilshaw, Deputy Defence Advisor, British High Commission, Kuala Lumpur, on behalf of the Armed Forces of the United Kingdom.
Sergeant Kevin Arsenault, representing the Canadian Defence Advisor of the Canadian High Commission on behalf of the Armed Forces of Canada.
Veteran Ravan Taran Apalasamy, Chairman, Persatuan Veteran India Angkatan Tentera Malaysia, Perim, Pulau Pinang, on behalf of his members.
Lieutenant Mary Koh, Royal Malaysian Navy retired Honorary Treasurer representing Committee of Malaysian Armed Forces Chinese Veterans Association, Datuk Chen Jinping, Patron, and Veteran Ng Choh Huat, Chairman, Northern Chapter on behalf of Malaysian Armed Forces Chinese Veterans Association.
Captain Dato Dr. Kulwaran Singh, retired, on behalf of the Malaysian Armed Forces Sikh Veteran Association Penang and his members.
Veteran Muhammad Ismail bin Zainal Abidin, Ketua Cawangan Persatuan Veteran Angkatan Tentera Malaysia, Cawangan Timur Laut, on behalf of his veterans.
Veteran Balan Bakun, Vice Chairman, Malaysia Armed Forces, Indian Veteran Association Perak, on behalf of his Perim members.
Commander Ahmad Kamal bin Arba'in and Warrant Officer 1 Muhammad Azmi bin Abdullah, Royal Malaysian Navy, retired, on behalf of Persatuan Bekas Keselamatan Negara, on behalf of his veterans.
Sean Harrods Badawin, representing Dato' Carl Bagnussen on behalf of United Plantations Berhad, Teluk Intan.
Mr. Peter Padley, President of the Penang Buratian Association, on behalf of the Eurasian Community.
Mr. Ramzus Muhammad Rashid, Director of Administration and Government Affairs of the Malaysian Palm Oil Association, on behalf of his members.
Mr. Bun Lua Aruntana, President, Penang Siamese Community Association Penang, on behalf of his Siamese Community Penang.
Mr. Nadaraja Nagalingam, Vice President, Malaysian Ceylonese Congress Penang, on behalf of the Ceylonese community.
Mr. Santok Singh, anak lelaki Subha Singh, President of Persatuan Wadah Gurdwara Sahib Penang, on behalf of the Sikh community of his Gurdwara.
Dato' Anamalai Dachana Morty, Chairman of Persatuan Dravidian, Malaysia, on behalf of his association.
Dato' Atimulam Arjunan, President, Service Civil International Penang, Chapter, on behalf of his members.
Dato' Seri Lawrence Chia Siong Pek, President of Rose Charities, on behalf of his members.
Mr. Richard Bernard Perry, on behalf of the Malayan Volunteer Group.
Mr. Saw Kian Tai, Vice President Persatuan Rakyat Berida, Pulau Pinang, on behalf of his members.
Clement Liang, representing Babanyonya Community and Penang Tourist Guides Association, on behalf of the members.
Mr. Alagesen Ayaru, Chairman Persatuan Kebajikan Asas Pulau Pinang, on behalf of his association.
Mr. Nick Ng Shu Lin, Chairman on behalf of Universal Peace Federation Penang.
First Admiral Retired Christopher Das, son of the late Warrant Officer 1 William Das, on behalf of veterans of Corps Reset Malaysia, accompanied by his mother, Mrs. Sundari Das.
DSP Watrawati, Chairman of Warriors Association Malaysia, Wira Malaysia, on behalf of the members.
Mr. Cashew Tepe, President of the Janauda Kendra Welfare Community Organization, on behalf of his members.
Mr. Martin Dominic, representing Indian Association Penang, on behalf of his members.
Dr. Paramasivan Karupan, Chairman of Persatuan Kebajikan dan Kebudayaan Kaum India, Penang, on behalf of his association.
Mr. Teng Pi Yang, landscape architect who headed the renovation of the Cenotaph area on behalf of Permata Green Sendirian Berhad.
Mr. Michael Frankit, on behalf of the veterans of Western Australia, Australia.
Miss Lauren Annette Speldewinder, daughter of the late Mr. Harold Speldewinder, World War II freedom fighter and founder member of Persatuan Veteran Keselamatan Pulau Pinang, on behalf of the Malayan freedom fighters of World War II.
May I invite Major Ganesan Alwa on behalf of the Veteran Regiment Artillery Di Raja. Mr. Kenneth Sinclair Spelwin, Vice President on behalf of Veterans of Persatuan Veteran Keselamatan Pulau Pinang. With that, we end the wreath-laying ceremony. The catwalk party will now dismount. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the catwalk party, guards from the 19th Squadron, Royal Australian Air Force, Butterworth, led by Flight Sergeant Juliet Lacey. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your attendance and participation today with the parting words of "They gave their lives yesterday for us today. Let them all rest in peace, lest we forget." Everybody is cordially invited for breakfast at the rear, where the tentages are. The VIP tent is near us, and further on is the tent for all others to have refreshments. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. There will be a photograph session of the VIPs in front. Only the VIPs invited by the Vice President and of course Dato' Sivarajan. Those who want to take photographs, please do it later, but do not disturb the lay wreaths out there.
Okay, can you please?
Thank you.
Yeah.
அப்புறம் படம் பிடிக்கும். Hey, always careful.
Okay, after this, Wami is going for breakfast. He should be hungry. Okay, smile.
I forgot how to smile. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay, everyone smile. That's a good old king. We will never give a sight, never give up with a fight. Table one. We are proud to belong. We will never give a sign. We are proud to belong. Different that is strong. It's a good
Just top one, Gabriel.
One thing after retired only, and too much of problem. Yeah, level the other one is empty, isn't it? Thank you. Thank you.
Once again ni Alfred.
Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ